Once upon a time, there was a little boy and a grandma. And when the boy's mom and dad went to work, the boy and the grandma stayed home. And the grandma said, "You need to stop growing." And the little boy said, "Well, Grandma, how?" And the grandma said, "Come closer to me, little boy. Come closer. I'll tell you secrets." And the little boy said, I don't want to know any secrets. Just tell me how I can stop growing." And the grandma said, "You need to eat cabbages with worms." "Ew, gross, Grandma. How can you eat that?" "And you need to eat bugs. You need to eat worms, slimy worms. You need to eat bugs. You need to eat mushki. You need to eat bumblebees, crunchy bumblebees." And the little boy said, "Ew, Grandma, I'm not going to eat that." And the grandma said, "And you even eat earwigs with clams on them. But you need to eat them very quick, because if the clam eats your tongue, you won't be able to eat them." So the little boy was so scared, he went slamming the door. He went out the door, and the grandma said, "You're never gonna get out of my sight, because I have magic powers." And the little boy thought, and he said to himself, "Oh, is my grandma a witch, or is she just a normal person?" And the grandma said, "Come closer to me, little boy. Come closer. I'll tell you more secrets." And the little boy said, "No, I don't want to know any secrets, and you're a witch." And the grandma said, "Yes, I am. And I have magic powers. You must eat all bugs in the world." And the little boy was so scared, he ran out the door, and the grandma said, "Come closer to me, little boy. Come closer." And the grandma said, "Don't forget my pills, didn't you?" And the little boy said, "Okay, Grandma, I'll give you your pills." And then the little boy went in the kitchen. He made her pills, got into the room where he needed to be so close to his grandma. He needed to be this close. And the little boy was so scared. He just ran and gave her the pills and ran. And the grandma said, "I want tea for this too." And and the little boy said, "Okay, I'll give you tea, Grandma. I'll give you tea." And then he went in the kitchen. He made her tea, but he didn't stir it. And he gave it to the grandma. And the grandma said, Why didn't you stir it up?" I said, and the little boy said, "Well, Grandma, I can stir it up for you." And the grandma stirred it up by herself. And when the little boy left to the kitchen, he thought again, and he thought, and thought, and thought. And he ran out in the living room. He said, "Grandma, you're a witch!" And the grandma said, "Yes, I am a witch." And the boy was so scared that he wanted to go to his mom, but he couldn't. And the grandma said, "Come closer to me, little boy. Come closer. I'll tell you secrets." And the little boy came closer, but he was so scared. He went back and back and back. He was by the door, and he stepped out of the door. And the grandma said, "I'll always see you. I have magic powers." And when the mom and dad came home, they saw that the grandma was a witch, and they threw her out of the window. And then they said, "Oh, little boy, are you okay?" And then they went all to sleep. The end.